All right, bienvenue to the podcast where we discuss conspiracies. I bring theory.
And I bring skepticism.
We're not saying these conspiracy theories are true.
We're not saying they're not true.
We're just here to pick at them. I'm your co-host, Tierist Heltroot.
And I'm Aurelius L. Clayton.
This is the Metal Hat.
Amanda would become pregnant with Josh's baby, and they would celebrate this happy occasion. However, one night while Josh was out having sex with his cousin, he would accidentally call Amanda, and she would overhear Josh cheating on her through the phone.
Conspiracies at the Metal Hat. Got you thinking about all that.
All right, so first I want to talk about, I was listening to last podcast on the left. I love them. I love their podcast. However, they said that Henry Zabrowski has family members in the Secret Service, and that the shooting was real because at the White House Correspondents' Dinner because all the good ones don't want to protect Trump and they choose their assignments. I don't think they get to choose their assignments.
No, that's not correct at all.
Right. So, but they were just saying that the good ones have chosen not to protect the president and have gone into something else. And that's why they foobarred the whole situation.
Well, so they definitely don't choose their assignments. I mean, maybe they might have some kind of influence over them, obviously, but they don't decide.
Right. I thought it was more like the military, where you put in choice number 1, 2, 3, and then depending on your performance, you get whatever they give you.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be anything. Like, you don't decide anything like that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you have to have a go bag. So you have to have a bag that's packed and
ready to go.
Ready. You got to be at the airport within however, whatever your
and you can't drink, and you can't ever, because you're on call 24/7. The FBI is the same way. That's what cracks me up about TV shows showing FBI agents drinking, and I'm like, no, they're not allowed.
Yeah. So if I don't know, maybe I can't speak to them not choosing not to do their job.
Oh, well, that's entirely possible.
Well, that was the other point, right? Is that they're choosing not to protect him.
They're choosing not to have that assignment. Not that they're not protecting him.
Okay. I thought you meant the ones that were there were choosing not to do their job.
That's an interesting point, though. Do you think that they're just not following procedure because they know that there's no repercussions? Or you saw the footage.
Yeah, I finally saw it now.
So tell me your thoughts on the footage.
I had seen it, a couple of days ago. It's not fresh.
No, but they showed the first really grainy video.
Yeah.
The AI.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I remember.
And then there's the guy.
Yeah, and it got more and more difficult, I think. I don't know. I'm super stoned. We should do this later.
No, you're fine. This is hilarious because you are really high. This episode is brought to you by Cake Distilled Vape from Union City Lemonade, actually. Anyway, you saw the footage. Do you think that guy running through, I don't think what the narrator had to say was true. I don't think he had a gun stashed there. However, him running through with a rifle like that was kind of wild.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. He got pretty far.
Right?
Yeah, and I could dial it back in now. I remember that video. And they're like, oh no, you could never stash a long arm that way.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you definitely can.
I've done it down my pant leg.
I didn't slow it down and see how his arms are swaying, because you'd have to be walking lockstep with your,
Yeah.
You have to be doing it, and you'd look weird.
So here's a funny story. Depending on his body structure, I'm going to tell a little funny story. Someone we both know, we went, what were we? We were, 18 and 20, 17 and 19, somewhere in that age range. And we wanted to go see a movie, but we're clearly underage. So we took a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew, emptied half of it out, and then filled the rest with, I think, Captain Morgan's. I was DD, so I didn't drive. Or drink. I didn't drink, so I have no idea what was in there. But because of the way I'm built, I could put that 2-liter bottle in my pants under a shirt, and no one noticed.
Yeah.
And so so it all depends on
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some people are better adapted, like long, lanky.
Yeah. If you're long, lanky, you just gotta have that shotgun go down to your knee, and then you can walk normal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You just have to swing your hip a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Or just take shorter steps a little bit.
Yeah. Just cool it.
Anyway, I still thought it was wild he even got into the hotel, first of all.
Yeah.
And that he was allowed to have a night there the night before a major event like that.
And then he was let into that room.
Yeah, where security was starting to break down the metal detectors and everything.
Yeah, the idea that he was let in that room is weird. Why would that ever happen for any reason?
Shouldn't have.
How was there not an officer in there already? I don't get it.
I don't understand why he was allowed to go into that side room. First of all.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't know.
Anyway, I still think it's hokey as shit.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen anything that would convince me otherwise.
It looked terrible. I saw the original footage that they let out, and I think that's because, I don't know, maybe they didn't have anything better or something. Maybe they did. I mean, I'm sure they probably did and then just kept it to themselves. But
yeah, who knows? I don't know. Yeah, if anybody has any evidence for real, send it to the metalhat0@gmail.com. And today we're going to talk about the Illuminati. Ooh, what do you know about the Illuminati?
I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot, and I'll remember as we go through this. But right now, the only thing I can think of is the dollar bill, the pyramid.
Oh, the all-seeing eye?
Yeah, the all-seeing eye.
So that means that our country was founded on the Illuminati, or what does that mean to you?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think our country was founded on Illuminati. Maybe Masons or something. I don't know. Maybe the Masons are Illuminati. I don't know.
Oh.
Teach me more.
All right. So the real origins of the Illuminati, they were the Bavarian Illuminati. Fucking Germans. Doing it again.
Not British.
It was founded on May 1st, 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, a professor of canon law at the University of Ingolstadt. How should I say that actually? Ingolstadt?
Where are we at?
Right there. Ingolstadt.
Yeah.
Nice. University of Ingolstadt. They were not a mystical cult. It was a small intellectual reform group shaped by the Age of Enlightenment, and their goals were promoting rational thinking over superstition, limiting the influence of church in public life, and reforming corrupt or authoritarian governments. That was originally what they were for.
Okay.
They used secrecy because expressing anti-clerical or reformist ideas could get you punished in the 18th century Bavaria. Punished is a nice way of saying, beheaded, disemboweled, drawn and quartered.
Punished.
Unalived. Yeah. Weishaupt modeled the group partly on Freemasonry, so you weren't wrong.
All right. Using
secret ranks and initial rituals. Codenames Weishaupt was Spartacus, and a cell-like structure to grow, not glow, I'm sure they're glowing too, but to grow influence quietly. Sparkle and shine. Membership peaked a few thousand years across German-speaking regions. Why they disappeared? Any guesses?
That they didn't?
Still around. They have not been disappeared. They working at the Pizza Hut Express.
I tell you what, baby, that weren't no Pizza Hut up there.
That one's at Pizza
Hut Express.
So by the mid 1780s, the Bavarian government cracked down hard, like super hard in only the way that some people could appreciate. Secret societies were banned. Documents were seized and destroyed. Members were interrogated or exiled. I like interrogated too. That's a nice way of saying torture. And so
They just came in for meetings.
Just some meetings. There was a Zoom meeting.
Oh, Aggies are so nervous.
This hot poker here, that's just for fun.
Just for the fire.
Just for the fire. So by 1787, they were effectively, quote unquote, gone. But then, even though they faded to obscurity, there was one thing that was kind of residually left about, which was fear. After the French Revolution, Europe's elites were shaken. Wow, were they shaken?
Earthquake.
Maybe it was the guillotine. Maybe it was, why were they shaking? Great question. And I would love America to listen to this a lot. Like a lot. Why is the French government afraid of their people? Because they get together en masse and they behead the motherfuckers. That's why.
Yeah, they go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, what was that? The farmers with the...
Oh, yeah, that was amazing.
With the truckloads full of shit, like, liquid shit that they were passing some fuel thing or something that the farmers didn't want. So those guys would drive their shit-filled truck down to the courthouse or wherever the shit was.
Parliament, I think.
Yeah, and then they blasted like just unholy amounts of shit in there from their trucks, and then just like went home.
Yeah.
And then whatever they were pissed about didn't happen.
It did not. I think they were, because I think France might have been fairly similar to the United States in that agricultural fuel, I don't know how to say that, you don't pay tax on, and because you're not on the roads.
Right.
And so it's died.
Yeah.
And if you get caught using ag fuel on the road, you get in big trouble. But I think they were proposing a tax on ag fuel as well. And the farmers were like, you can suck our nuts. And so that's exactly what they did. And spewed shit everywhere, which was glorious. Roads were closed, biohazard, like everything was shut down. And the government was like, okay, I guess we won't. Because they were actually afraid of their people because they do these things before shit gets out of control. Lesson. Just one little lesson there.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it seems to work in France a lot.
Yeah.
Including the monarchies were overthrown, churches were attacked, and social order was completely disrupted because the French lost their minds. And so some people were looking for a hidden cause. Who made these people all riled up and think they could be all uppity?
Peasants.
Frickin' peasants. Who gave them this idea? So two key figures started spreading this myth. Augustine Birrell and John Robison. Not Robinson, Robison. In the 1790s, they argued that the Illuminati survived the crackdown, infiltrated the Freemasons, and orchestrated the French Revolution.
Nice.
Right?
Good work, gentlemen.
If they did, thank you.
Well done for that.
For real. There's no evidence for it, but it spread quickly because it explained the chaos and the simple narrative that someone powerful had to control the sheep into doing this thing. Because, us silly peasants, we surely could not have constructed this on our own or have been hungry enough to not give a fuck anymore.
Yeah. We all need pimps. The hell?
Right? It's ridiculous. So there was this nice little thought that they had that the hidden elites were controlling events, and it became the backbone of later Illuminati conspiracies. So through the 19th and early 20th centuries, the Illuminati conspiracy didn't really stay static, but it merged with new fears. How exciting. And in case anybody didn't know, the 19th century is the 1800s. Just so I don't get corrected on that. Have you ever had someone correct you on that? And you're like, what?
No, not that specifically.
Oh, well, that's good. I have. And I've been like, no.
It's
Shaggy.
an unfortunate mistake.
Oh no. So in the 1800s, anti-secret society paranoia, the secret groups were seen as threats to monarchy and religion, and the Illuminati became a catch-all villain behind liberal movements. Dang those liberal Illuminati and their anti-monarchy ideas.
Yeah, we would have got away with it if it weren't for you meddling Illuminati.
That's right. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, financial elite narratives started. Conspiracy expanded to include bankers and industrialists, which, let's be honest, they are assholes.
Hmm.
And then they blended that with anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, especially harmful and false ones about global control.
Goes along with the banking.
Dang it! We didn't think about that. We can add that to the portals.
They're tying it all together.
They're tying it all together.
Fuck.
Wow, here we are full circle. So in the early 1900s, there was forged quote-unquote evidence. One major driver was the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, which falsely claimed a secret plan for world domination. Although unrelated to the real Illuminati, it reinforced the idea of hidden global conspiracies and later got lumped into Illuminati narratives.
Like, I don't know. I don't even know why things like that are questioned. Like, it's like game theory says some of those things have to have happened, right? Like, what were the first couple of them?
What do you mean?
I don't know where this was.
It's okay. In between here and there. The Zionist anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. Elders of Zion. I don't know.
Yeah, Elders of Zion.
Okay, that's one right here. Falsely claimed a secret plan for world domination.
Yeah, that's the one. So, like, who doesn't have a plan for world domination? Like, game theory says, were there like 200 countries on this fucking planet? They all have a plan.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't even know why shit like that is a question, is what I was saying.
I don't
For sure that happens.
Clearly.
What's the next one?
It rings nothing, just global conspiracies for world domination get lumped into the Illuminati narrative. And I think, so that's the thing that's so funny though, it's just like you said, of course they are. If people weren't into being number one or dominating the world, there wouldn't be Jeff Bezos, there wouldn't be Bill Gates, there wouldn't be...
Yeah, humans are a hierarchical species.
Yeah, so we want to be dude on top. Period.
Yeah, everybody does it.
Everybody does it.
And game theory says that you would have to do it. Not even that everybody does it, that you have to do it, or you'll fall behind.
Yeah. I mean, technically that's true.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's true. So let's talk a little bit about modern conspiracies. These are the ones that crack me up a little bit. I actually heard, okay, nobody else will know this. You remember my friend Sotera?
Yeah.
She told me that every pop singer who has like some kind of fiery wreck in one of their videos has been accepted into the Illuminati. And like there's documentaries about it and stuff, which I haven't watched yet, but
that might be interesting.
It might be interesting, but I was just like, what?
Yeah,
where did you hear this?
Wildly specific.
That's what I thought. And so I thought, maybe there's more. So they're saying that today's Illuminati are mostly fictional, but the myth has evolved with culture and media, like I just said. Like from what I heard, some kind of fire situation in the videos. I don't know. I would love to know more if y'all have got something on the celebrities in the Illuminati. Tell us, themetalhat0@gmail.com. People who believe the conspiracy often claim that there's a secret elite that controls the government, media, and finance. World events are staged or manipulated, which, I mean, some are.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's the whole idea of propaganda. You can't say someone else does propaganda and then also say propaganda doesn't exist. That's one of those other things, like without a doubt.
Without a doubt, it's happening, yeah. Symbols, triangles, eyes, hand signs signal membership, like on the US dollar, and that a new world order is being planned. Well, shit. They better planet better than what's going on now.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of the very first thing.
It's true. We're all trying.
Yeah, to dominate the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, symbol misinterpretation. The all-seeing eye comes from the eye of providence, which predates modern conspiracies and represents divine oversight, not secret control.
No. No, oligarchies are pretty blatant.
Yeah. Pop culture amplification, movies, music, and books turn the Illuminati into a compelling villain. The Da Vinci Code, which I have read, blurred fiction and history. Do you know much about the Da Vinci Code?
No. I didn't see the movie or read the book.
I read the book. I couldn't watch the movie. I'm sorry, it was horrible.
The book was horrible?
No, the movie was horrible.
Oh.
I couldn't. After reading the book, like, I'm just, I don't know. What's with, I have a hard time with putting certain protagonists in a role that they should be more oomph and they're just lame. You know, Tom Hanks is not I'm sorry, he's not a oomph character. He's the nice guy. He's Forrest Gump.
Yeah. I don't know, he's not always Forrest Gump. He just did one where he was a kind of a cranky old bastard.
He can be a cranky old bastard, but he is not a Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah.
So
right.
This was supposed to be an Indiana Jones, and they put Tom Hanks in the movie, and I'm just like, bleh, that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
But the Da Vinci Code, the premise is that the cup of Christ, or the blood of Christ, is his bloodline. It's not drinking. And that Mary was his wife and they had children, and the bloodline and the Holy Grail that you're protecting are his children, are his offspring, female or not. And so I thought it made more sense than anything else I've ever read.
Okay.
I just thought so that's what that book is about. But the Illuminati are tasked with protecting that bloodline.
Got it.
So that's where that ties in.
Like the Swiss Guard or something?
Yes, exactly like the Swiss Guard, but secret.
Yeah.
You know, because...
Not such flashy outfits.
I know, I love their outfits. And they look so serious. And what's even more...
They do. Funny, how can you be so serious in clown pants?
It's so true.
I love it.
The fucked up thing is, though, you know, if you go and poke them in the dick, they will fuck you up.
Yeah.
They're highly trained.
Yeah, I think they actually are badass from some of the stuff I was reading about them. Super
badass. Like, everybody
in clown pants.
They are clown pants.
I love it.
And there's a lot of celebrities that reference the symbols, which fuels speculation about the Illuminati as well. Trust in institutions has definitely dropped all over because look what they're doing. Especially in the United States, they are not serving the people well. And also, like, the complexity of, like, the systems and how government works. It feels really opaque to the general population, so I think that that's really hard for them to mentalize what's happening. And it's easier to look for simple, intentional explanations like the Illuminati. Viral videos and forums have spread very quickly about the Illuminati, of course.
Yeah. It's like reading about Bat Boy in the News Weekly. You know, like people just like to read about.
Yeah, the National Enquirer.
Yeah.
And then I've noticed this.
Sorry, News Weekly.
Yeah, we don't. Are they even in business anymore?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Something I've noticed, which is very interesting, algorithms very much amplify the content that you want to see. And so, like, I'll watch one Instagram reel about this lady home improving, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then the next 20 videos are the same thing, and I'm like, I want to get back to bookbinding or something else. I don't want to be watching this crazy stuff, but the algorithm pushes that stuff hard if you watch one video for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get through, like, you got to go fast.
Yeah.
That's how
it's feeding you garbage.
Yeah, that's how it makes sure you fucking go until you find one that you like. And then go until you find one. It's like, no, I don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. You got to go.
Yeah.
quickly. It compels you to have like poor attention span.
Oh my gosh, it really does.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. All right. Now we're going to get into the stuff that Soter was telling me about. Celebrities are Illuminati members. Names that come up constantly are Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Kanye West. Well, they're all brown people.
Okay. Are brown people not allowed in the Illuminati?
No. They're only top because they're in the Illuminati.
Oh,
The white supremacists could say this.
because a brown person could never fuck off.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's where that would go.
Right.
Because aren't those the top 3 most wealthiest
Yeah.
brown people in the industry?
Yeah.
That's fucked. All right. The claimer that hand signs, like triangles covering one eye, is a secret allegiance to the Illuminati. I wonder what the hand signals are. Hand
They
signs.
got gang signs.
I guess triangles. I want to see the game.
West.
Music videos contain hidden rituals or messages, like the thing explosion and fires that Soter was telling about, and that fame requires that you sell your soul to the Illuminati. That's why some very talented people flame out, is that they won't sell their soul.
And so they die at 27.
Something, yeah. Ooh, that's a good. How many of those music artists did die at 27? Kurt Cobain.
A lot of them. Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah. So I think that's hilarious. Another claim is that the Illuminati control global politics. Well, if they do, I want to talk to their manager. Someone's fucking up. So this claim often targets U.S. presidents, European leaders, and global institutions because they want a new world order, which we all do. Things aren't working. 90% of the population's not having a good time. So
Yeah. Anywhere.
right. Anyway, yeah, exactly.
Not just in the United States. Anywhere.
Elections are staged. World leaders are puppets. And major events, wars, and crises, are secretly orchestrated. Well, they are though.
Yeah. I don't
That's
understand. I don't understand why any of these are even a question.
Right.
Like, of course they are. How are you gonna publicize the details of your war on purpose?
For real.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
To believe that happens is just silly.
Absolutely.
You'd get crushed immediately. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's silly.
I mean, yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, we'll definitely get a better claim. So secret elite gatherings run the world. A frequent example is the Bohemian Club and its retreat at Bohemian Grove. The claim is that world leaders meet in secret to plan global control, and they have rituals, like the famous owl ceremony, that are sinister or occult. I don't know. I feel like sinister or occult rituals would be on Epstein's Island. I don't know about this place.
I don't know. Isn't that the exact theme of Eyes Wide Shut?
It is.
Yeah.
I hated that movie. I thought it sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No. Yeah. And there's nobody investigates or have never uncovered a hidden master plan yet. But why would you need to uncover a master plan? We already know what it is.
Yeah, for sure. It's to be...
Control the people.
Yeah, be top of the slot there.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely elite networking exists and it matters, but it's not the same as like a unified Illuminati organized crime syndicate.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You would definitely have a couple of government groups, right?
Yeah.
That would get together and functionally form an Illuminati.
Well, I would think that would be the U.S. government and the Russian government at the moment.
Yeah, maybe.
They're trying their hardest. But here's the thing. If people at the top are really so dumb, would they be doing it like this? Because they know it's going to flame out fast.
Yeah, but Donald Trump's like 80 years old or something.
He's turning 80 this year.
Yeah, he's 80 years old.
Yeah, but somebody's handling him. He can't.
Sure, maybe. But I think that's why he's a problem, is because he's unhinged.
Unhinged and unhandleable.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. I think that nobody can do anything about him. So
Interesting. Again, I want to know what everyone else thinks, what's going on there. themetalhat0@gmail.com. Yeah, the Eye of Providence is centuries old. Triangles and pyramids, they're going to happen.
yeah,
So that's not anything meaningful. There's no secret code. Logos and companies or events. I mean, branding is so difficult. It's so funny because one of the companies I worked for in San Francisco paid a lot of money for a company to do their branding. And I looked at it and then I noticed it everywhere. And I'm like, you guys did you rip this off from somebody, or just it's everywhere so we see it repetitively and then here it is, and you're going to spend, close to 6 figures on branding? You know what I mean? Like, so they're just going to, logos are going to appear everywhere.
Yeah.
Whether they're secret or
yeah,
not.
yeah. People often draw similar things across.
For sure. For sure. All right. That's pretty much all I have about the Illuminati. I don't know much about them other than the pyramid and the eye, which the eye's a religious thing, not an Illuminati thing.
Yeah,
Why do we have a pyramid on our money?
I don't know. I learned that at one time too, but I've forgotten. Yeah, I don't know that anymore.
Does anybody know that? Well, does everybody know that "In God We Trust" wasn't put on our money until the 50s, 1950s? Not 1750s, not 1850, 1956.
Yep.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Another thing that people probably don't know is that the Pledge of Allegiance with the "Under God" wasn't added until 1928. That was not its original form either. And so if there were to be an Illuminati that would help us keep church out of our daily public lives, I'm all for it. Because that stuff's unconstitutional.
The Illuminati?
No, putting religious shit on our stuff that wasn't originally that way. But like the Constitution matters at all at this point. Civil Rights Act was just revoked, so cool luck, everybody. Well, on that note, I hope everyone stays curious because the truth is out there.